What's good, YouTube? Wild Ox Studios here, and this is going to be part 2 of the Wild Ox Community Godot VR template. So in the first episode, I went over really quickly on how to set up VS Code, how to get set up with Git, what extensions would be useful. If you haven't watched the first video, go check that out. I explained that this template is going to be basically out there for the community to get involved. If you haven't, consider joining the Discord. Consider becoming a Wild Ox Studios family, YouTube family member, and hitting that join button. Remember to like and subscribe. But essentially, the first rendition of this VR template was pretty simple. It was a base character in VR with 2 hands. I went over that this is basically built on top of the XR toolkit provided by W4 for Meta. It still has that content in here, so I was non-destructive to that. If you want to start with that, like what they provided in the main scene, it's still here. It's primarily just kind of your initialization, your app ID, all that kind of stuff. But this template was going to jump right into like locomotion, basically. So we had currently in main, we have a base locomotion system. It's not physics based, it's just vector based. Like you're imparting a forward vector in the movement direction, you have snap turn, and that's pretty much it. What I've done now is the VR locomotion node component, if you're from Unreal, is a physics based locomotion system now. So it gives your character a capsule, and that capsule is tracked based on the HMD location. It takes into account your origin, your XR origin. So you don't have to do anything fancy prancy. Like if you go look in the VR player, you'll see you have your XR origin 3D, you have your camera, both your controllers, and then you just have this component that handles all of the movement. And over on the right, you'll see you have speed, sprint multiplier. You can toggle, you can make toggle sprint on. So instead of hold, you can toggle it. You have a smooth turning, snap turning, all of these features, gravity, jump strength. You can set your capsule color, show it or hide it, kind of like a debug mode. And then you'll also notice on the VR controllers, I've hidden the pointers. So in the first video, there were pointers on these controllers. They're still there, they're just hidden. And you'll notice that I have a new thing called a VR hand collider, and this thing has a collision shape and a debug mesh. So same thing, this is exposed as a tool, just like the VR locomotion. It's called VR hand collider. It's basically an area 3D. And as you can see, these signals that are set up here, we're getting ready to be handling grabbing. So big shout out to Morden Trail with VRE, because a lot of this is based on me coming from VRE and Unreal and trying to offer a lot of the same concepts that have become very familiar with working within VR over there. So we have a sphere shape. It's aligned perfectly to the inside of your hands. So if you pulled up, your overlay and MetaLink, you would be able to see that it's right inside of the grip locations of the hands, and then we'll later play into like climbing. So both these components are going to go into main. It's going to prep for that. And enough talking, I'm going to slap the headset on so I can give you guys a brief demo. I'll just hit play. Yeah. So as you can see, the right hand's red, left hand's blue. If I was to stand up here, you'll see there's a capsule underneath me. And just like in VRE, if you lean into something, it's going to push you back. You can turn capsule collision off if you would like, and then do like a fade to black on the HMD. But yeah, jumping is in. Of course, you can adjust the velocity multiplier. And we are now officially on Jolt. So you'll see that the physics engine, the physics module in the project settings has been changed from Godot default to Jolt. And honestly, it feels really good. feels really responsive. You'll also notice that a little bit of the jitter from the moving around is gone, and things just seem to be a little bit smoother. I've bumped the tick rate on the physics up to 72 hertz, which is what MetaLeak runs at. If you're trying to hit 120 hertz, keep in mind you'll likely need to adjust those project settings on your side. But yeah, until next time, guys, hit that like and hit that subscribe, and consider joining the Wild Ox Studios Discord to grab this community template. It's public. Give me a shout. Let me know you'd like to contribute. I've opened it to where you guys can open a branch there. You don't even have to fork it. You can just work directly in it. But yeah, let's go. Let's see how this turns out. And until next time, toodles.